Hello lovelies, welcome to today's Timeless Pick a Card reading to find out what good news is coming your way. Okay, so choose a reading that most resonates with you, and as always, anything that doesn't feel right for you, don't take it. Okay, so I'll see you in the readings. Hello group number 1, welcome to your reading. So I'm going to jump straight into it, choose some cards to get a sense of what good news is coming your way. Okay, I'm going to choose quite a few cards. We have got 44 cycles, 43 clarity, look at that, 2 of the violet cards have come out, and number 15 flow. Okay, let's get some of these. So these first cards are Life Signs Oracle, one of my decks, which I'll be releasing through Kickstarter soon. These are, what are they called? Sacred Destiny, I think these are. We have got Trust. That's a lovely image on that one with the moonlight. That one wants to come out. Focus. And Stand Still. Oh, we've got some interesting cards that are tying up to each other really well. I like that. I'm going to get some of these, which are the Dream Interpretation Oracle, that have very unusual images on them, as you can see. Number 36, Falling. Number 28, Loneliness. Number 2, Roots. I think this card comes out every time I use this deck. That's really unusual. Okay. It's interesting here how we've got 2 cards that are kind of got ice and snow in them. The cards really relate well to each other. Now, I'm going to choose some of these playing cards as well. Number 7 of Spades, In a Journey. 4 of Clubs, A Building or Build. And 2 of Clubs, Wait and Patience. Okay. Now the first thing that I notice on this column of cards here, we've got 6, 7 and 8. Okay, so something has been happening in your life that might have been a repetitive cycle, and you might have found yourself thinking, oh my goodness, why is this happening again? And Spirit is saying, don't worry, the cycle is coming to an end. You're going to understand why it's been happening, and something better is coming in. Now, the reason it's been happening, this repetitive cycle, whatever it is, in whatever area of life that is, because it could be any area of life, you know, maybe something has been, the same thing has been happening at work, or maybe you've had the same type of connection, the same type of person in your life that's been treating you the same way. Or just maybe something has been going wrong over and over again. Whatever it is, it's coming to an end. And that is brilliant news, because you're going to be like, thank goodness, aren't you, Group 1? And as I say, Spirit is going to help you to see things much more clearly, because the reason the cycle has kept on coming in for you, this, whatever it is, keeps happening, is because each time it came in, you were learning a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more about yourself and about the situation and why it was happening. Okay. And Spirit has said it's kept on coming in because there was something that you hadn't quite finished learning yet. But the good news is that you finished that karmic lesson. And whatever this situation is referred to, this karmic cycle, it was something that your soul agreed to experience as a human while you were here. It was part of your life purpose learning. Okay, so this is a pretty big deal for you, Group 1. And the good news here is that yes, it is ending. It's flowing out of your life, okay? I think I'm getting the feeling for some of you that you might have been getting stuck in this cycle, whatever it is. Maybe you've been feeling like you weren't able to free yourself from it. But Spirit is asking you to go with the flow. No matter how things have been turning out for you, trust that there is a bigger plan at work and that Spirit has got your back. And this lovely progression that we've got of the numbers, as I mentioned, with the 6, 7 and 8, this is this lovely forward progression to say that you are moving ahead and you are moving out of this cycle. You're going to see things a whole lot clearer. And that in itself will stop you from repeating this cycle. Now, if we look at the cards in this middle column, these are really interesting. We've got trust, focus, and standstill. Now, I notice the moon in this card here is a crescent moon, which indicates a new beginning for you, something new coming in. And I do get this strong feeling that after this cycle has ended, if you can give yourself a chance to kind of tune into yourself, I feel as though I get the sense that Spirit wants to put some inspiration into your mind. You know, I sense that there's some kind of a new idea or a new project, something new that you're wanting to start that it isn't quite time for yet. But Spirit is kind of saying here to take some time to yourself, because Spirit wants to put something into your mind, okay? These two cards here with the mountain and the snow and the ice, this to me is relating to a winter phase, which we're in at the moment, depends when you listen to the reading though. But the winter phase is about taking a break, slowing down, taking the time to think things through. I get the feeling that there is something about this cycle that I've talked about that needs to be understood at a deeper level, something that needs to be figured out, okay? Now, if I look at these cards on this right column here, we've got number 2 roots, 28 loneliness and 36 falling. It's interesting, both of those cards, that top one, I don't know if you can see, the figure is looking into this big fish's mouth and there's like a light there at the end of it, like the light at the end of a tunnel. And then in this card, we've got this woman looking through these binoculars, which again, it's this idea of looking ahead, looking at something. But for here, I feel this is an energy coming in where you're looking to the future, because I sense that you've got some kind of big positive change or like a new chapter that is coming in on the horizon for you, Group 1. And it's coming in because of this cycle that's ending. And I get the sense that this is something you've not considered or thought of before. And this is why Spirit wants you to just take a moment so that they can inspire you with this. It's like you've got a muse that is coming to you, personally to you, to fill you with inspiration. I sense that there's something about your future that you want to start dreaming about or manifesting or imagining or creating a vision board, or however it is that relates to you. There's something like on the horizon in the distance waiting to come to you. And it's something that's very positive, because this number 2 roots card, this is making me think of, you know, I've mentioned about having this time to yourself, this time just to take a break. It's because Spirit wants you to make sure that your feet are on the ground with everything, because of something very positive that's coming in for you. You need to make sure you're grounded. You need to make sure you're ready for it and that you've got a strong foundation. Okay. Because I get the sense that you're going to be building something very important in your life. Okay. but it isn't just time for it yet. We've got the 2 roots and the 2 of clubs, both energies, and the standstill that are relating to something taking a while. So this new thing that's coming in for you, it's a while off yet, group 1. I do sense that. I'm going to get a few more cards to get some insight into what it might be. But the biggest message in this reading for the good news coming your way is once this cycle ends, you've got something new and very wonderful coming in. I'm going to get 3 of these just to get some more insight. We've got the 22 padlock, 16 the lighter, and 17 the aeroplane. You've got 2 more numbers there that follow on, and 22, that's the master number. So I think there's something in the physical realm that you're wanting to do. It could be in connection to your work or how you spend a lot of your time. Maybe there's a project that you're wanting to start. Maybe you've got an idea of something that you want to do on your own, like self-employed, or some kind of passion that you want to fulfill. And for some of you, I think part of the reason for needing to pause here could be not just because you were needing to learn something about this cycle that you're closing out, but because you want to actually learn something new or learn a new skill or improve a skill. There's something about your skills and and talents and your gifts that kind of needs to be expanded. And that's the sense again that I get with these 2 figures looking ahead. It's like this energy of expansion that is on the horizon for you. Something that is going to make you feel really good, that's going to lift you up, and that is going to set you on a new path. I see you moving on to a new path, group 1. Something like very exciting is coming in, but I do sense it's going to be a little while. I don't think it's going to rush in. The general energy of these overall cards is quite slow. There's a very strong feeling of being patient and waiting. Maybe you don't want to hear that, group 1, but the reason that you need to be patient is because of what needs to happen in the next few months to make this amazing thing your reality, because it's either that you need to practice something or learn something or expand something that you can do. There's a very important journey that you need to go on first. And once you've gone through that phase of expansion, then whatever was on the horizon is going to be right in front of you, and you're going to be ready for it then. Spirit is saying that the time scale is going to be different for each of you listening to this reading, and the main message that they're saying is please don't rush into anything just yet. It isn't the right time for you. And I get the feeling that most of you probably know that, you're aware of that. I'm going to choose a few final cards just to get some more insight into what this could bring for you, what more good news this could bring in for you. Let's see what more good news we can get. The Great Gathering, it's all coming together. Intuitive hits, Soul Tribe. That's a very positive card, isn't it? And we've got Deep Replenishment, Retreat, Rest, Be Held. That's another energy about taking your time. Maybe some of you have got some time off to come. The Initiation, Rite of Passage, Crossing the Threshold. We've got 2 images here that indicate this something bright on the horizon. You've got this keyhole with this image through the keyhole of this really bright landscape. And then you've got this through this cave with this bright landscape in the distance. And this is what's coming in for you, group 1. And I feel that Spirit is going to guide you through your intuition. You'll get the feeling of when you know it's the right time, and you're going to get feelings through your intuition as to how to proceed on the next steps for you. And this is like I feel that you are shifting from one phase into the next, but this isn't a small phase. I feel like this is something quite big for you, Group 1. There are quite a few circles showing up in the reading. We've got the circular image on the cycles card, and the circle of the flower, and you've got the circle on the inner journey card. And then we've got the new moon, haven't we? So this is quite a big phase that is coming to an end for you. And you're going to be so happy that it is, because once the door opens on this new reality that's coming in for you, it's going to be like sunshine and rainbows and butterflies and birds and bees. It's just going to be so brilliant, this that's coming in for you. Okay, so I hope that's helped you, Group 1. I'd love to hear from you as always. If you haven't subscribed, if you're new here, please consider subscribing. Thank you for listening, and have a lovely day. Hello, Group 2. Thanks for joining me in the reading. Right, let's get some cards. This is my own deck, Life Signs Oracle. We've got number 5, Change. So I'm releasing this deck soon through Kickstarter. Can't wait. Number 6, Strength. Wow, we've got 2 of the red cards coming out together. And the progression of numbers, 5 and 6. And let's see what we've got here. And that's another 6. Number 33, Truth. Interesting. 3 number 6 energies there. Okay. Get some of these cards from the Sacred Destiny Oracle. We've got Adventures. That's a really good card. That's interesting that's come out next to the Change card. Some of you could be moving abroad or relocating in some way. We've got Relaxation. Yeah, I do get the sense that some of you are moving. Protection. Okay, going to get some of these Dream Interpretation Oracle cards. See what else we've got. 19 Doctors. 21 Books, and 26 Music. Okay, I'm getting quite a strong impression as to what this is relating to already. I'm going to choose some more cards though, but I get the sense that some of you are moving house or relocating, or this is something to do with a home business or working from home or being self-employed. We've got the 8 of Spades, Mental Strength. 5 of Diamonds, Inner Transformation. And the 9 of Diamonds, Completion. Okay. There's a strong energy of change here, Group 2. Change, a lot of change. And with this number 6 energy here, it does relate to home. So it's either home business, working from home, or moving home. Okay. And this is, I get the sense this is something that you have been wanting for quite some time. And I think that maybe you've been really patient and waiting for things to happen. And you've known that you couldn't rush ahead. Maybe something was stopping you from rushing ahead. But I do feel that you've been very patient and you have been waiting on this for quite some time. Okay. Now, I'm getting a message from Spirit that things have been happening behind the scenes that you haven't been aware of, that your helpers in the other dimensions have been sorting out for you to make this change happen. It hasn't been as easy as what it could have been. They're telling me that they had to pull a few strings and move a few things around, whatever that means, to make this happen for you. Whatever this change is, it feels very uplifting and positive, but very long awaited. And this change that you're moving into, I'm seeing all this orange and red energy, and even the yellow as well. It's like these vibrant colours. It makes me feel warm. It's giving me this feeling of warmth and these warm feelings, whatever it is, this change that's coming in. It's like you've got the sun shining. You see, I'm looking at the sunbeam in the back of that, the sunbeams there. That's what I'm noticing in that image. It's like the sun is shining on whatever it is that you've been waiting for. And it's interesting, these 3 cards, I've just noticed they've got clouds or mist in all of the cards. And that can often relate to doubt and confusion. So maybe things haven't been clear for you. Maybe things have been, you haven't known what was going to happen. Maybe you've been waiting on somebody else or something else, and you haven't known. So the good news is whatever this is, that this change that you've been wanting to come for so long, it is coming soon, very soon, very, very soon. Spirit's saying for a few of you, it's going to be imminent for a few of you. And I sense that this card here with the Truth card and the white dove on with the key, this is a very strong indication that Spirit is going to guide you and that you're going to get the help that you need on this path that you're on. You know, there might be a few synchronicities happening where things just align just at the right time and just in the right way, you know, like serendipity happening. And that is because Spirit has been sorting this out for it to be that way. Where you've had to wait a long time, it's because things needed to be fully aligned and synchronized so that when it was the right time, everything would just fall into place for you, okay? And that is where you're coming into now, group 2, is that everything is going to fall into place. Spirit is saying, for those of you where this isn't imminent, this change, just wait a little bit longer because it's not far away, okay? For those of you that this relates to a business at home or working from home or being self-employed, I feel that you've been waiting for something to come to fruition and it's been taking a while. As Spirit is saying, thank you for being so patient, group 2. Your waiting will be rewarded. I'm seeing this tree here. It looks so full and it's making me think of abundance that's coming to you. There is this feeling of success and abundance that's coming in through these cards. We've got the number 8 on that, 26, which is up to 8, and that's 8. And 8 is a number that can relate to empowerment and abundance. 8 is a number of karma and of harvest. So the hard work that you've been putting in, group 2, it's going to come to fruition. Okay. Now this is an interesting line here. These cards are always quite interesting from this deck. They're quite surreal, some of the images on them. But I'm getting the feeling here that once this positive change, this shift has taken place for you, group 2, whether it's to do with moving house or your home business going through a positive move or a positive change, I get the feeling that there's some kind of expansion that needs to happen, where either if it's to do with moving house, I feel that you'll be spending time going out into the community, getting to know people, getting to kind of see what's what, and looking for any local groups. I get the feeling that some of you could meet a good friend through something that you do in the community. For those of you that this relates to work, self-employed or working from home, Spirit's saying there's some kind of new information that needs to come to you. It's like even maybe thinking of enrolling on a course to improve your career skills or your knowledge or your experience in something, Spirit's showing me some kind of knowledge or experience that needs to be gained. And I feel that this will bring in more abundance for you. For all of you listening, there is this sense of expansion that's coming in from this positive change, this positive move. And it's like I can see you branching out. So for those moving, you're branching out into your local community, getting to know people. And I feel that some of you could meet a really good connection. If it's to do with your business, you're branching out your experience and skills, which will help to bring in more abundance for you. And for a few of you, this could relate to doing something creative. I do see that some of you might be interested in writing something or creating something with music or with your voice. It might be that you communicate. There's something to do with there's a strong energy of communication that's coming through these cards. So this is about you communicating with people. So it could be verbal or written or through some kind of media. And this communication is going to open up a whole new pathway for you, Group 2, which will allow you to expand further, and it will take you in a little bit of a different direction to what you've gone before, okay? But there's a very positive, creative vibe relating to communication that is coming in here, okay? Now I'm going to look at this right-hand column here because it's quite interesting. It's a very strong energy on those cards. We've got mental strength, inner transformation and completion. And we've got lots of circles showing up. And this feeling of like coming full circle. It's like going full circle with something. There's a circle in there as well. So there is something in your life that is coming in after this positive move or change with your business, after this phase of expansion and these positive feelings. There is then something that is going to come to a close, and Spirit is saying you will be glad to be done with it. It's like you will wash your hands of it, whatever it is. It's going to be different for each of you, but this is part of the good news as well that's coming in for you, because Spirit's saying it's a cycle that is closing out. It could relate to something you've been doing, someone in your life, or something within you, okay? It's going to be different. So Spirit's saying you might not be aware of what that is at the moment that's coming to a close, but don't worry about it because you don't need to know just yet, okay, Group 2? But Spirit's saying you're going to be so glad when this comes to a close. I'm just going to choose a few more cards to get some more insight into anything that is coming in for you and clarification on what Spirit have been bringing through. Answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? What a lovely card. Let's get one more. Star Mother, how can you mother yourself? Okay, so I get the feeling that this column here I spoke about with something to do with either creativity or communication or media, that is something very positive coming in that's going to expand. This is going to feel like your calling, like a life purpose event. It's going to feel really important for you and something that you've probably been thinking about doing for a while, okay? Now, I get the feeling with this Star Mother card that it's connecting to your feminine energy, as in the right side of the brain, and that relates to intuition, feelings and emotions and creativity. So there's something here that is really expanding, that for some of you, I think this could even be a psychic ability that there's some kind of expansion with. And I am picking up for a few of you that you might be thinking of doing some kind of holistic or spiritual courses that will really help to enrich your life and bring you a lot of fulfillment. And for others of you, this is connecting to your creativity, but on the whole, it's these positive feelings that I'm picking up. This line of cards here, this is a very uplifting, high vibration energy that's coming in that is really going to help to unlock you and uplift you, group 2. Okay. And when it does, it is going to bring about this ending that I've been talking about. It's going to close out a cycle or something in the physical realm for you. Let's just get some final cards, some messages from these message cards from Spirit. You've got some very positive things happening here, very uplifting, and it feels very big for you, group 2. We've got very soon, not yet, and it's a maybe. Those are interesting cards, aren't they? Because those two kind of, it's almost like they contradict each other. One's saying very soon and the other one's saying not yet. Okay, so this very soon card is relating to this change. I think that Spirit said for some of you it's imminent. But for those of you who it isn't imminent, it isn't going to be far away. Spirit's saying 2 to 3 months, probably. You know, I'm not talking like a long time frame. This is coming in soon. And then this not yet card over this line here, this was a feeling of, some kind of new, I think it connects to this column here. I'm getting the sense that this new expansion, this expansion that wants to come in relation to communication, creativity and media. Spirit is saying that's just not yet for you. In case you're starting to think about it now, what could it be? What can I do? Spirit's saying, don't worry just yet. You don't need to think about that yet. Just put a pin in that because it's not time for that to come in. You need to deal with what's going on right now in the present, okay? And then it's a maybe card. I get the feeling this is you deliberating, group 2. Maybe you're not quite sure, or you're doubting yourself. You're maybe feeling like you're not good enough or you're not ready, but Spirit's saying, don't worry, you will be. When the time is right, you're going to know and you're going to be ready and you won't be deliberating. So for those of you who are resonating with learning something, with learning a skill or embarking on a course, yes, do that first because you maybe don't feel ready yet. And then you will feel ready once you've done that. But even if you get to the point where you think, gosh, am I good enough? Am I going to get judged? Am I going to fail? Spirit's saying, don't worry, feel the fear and do it anyway. Just go for it, group 2. Okay. So that's some lovely positive news that you've got coming in. Some brilliant change and expansion that is waiting for you. So I hope you've enjoyed the reading. Thank you so much for listening. Let me know in the comments, and if you haven't subscribed, please have a think about doing that. It will help me to grow. So have a lovely day, group 2. I'll see you again. Hello, group 3. Thanks for joining me in the reading. So I'm going to get a few cards to start the reading off with. We've got 28, decide. 16, persevere. And number 7, release. Get some of these. These are the Dream Interpretation Oracle, and those are Life Signs Oracle, my cards that I'm releasing soon through Kickstarter. We've got number 6, travel. I really like the images on these Dream Interpretation cards. They are quite interesting, quite surreal, some of them. We've got 32, flying. Oh, those images are quite similar. One of them is in a car. The other one is on a bed, but they're both going on a journey. And 28, loneliness. Okay. And then we'll get some of these, the Sacred Destiny Oracle. Okay. We have got success. Trust, that came out in the last reading. I think it was the last reading. And adventures. That also came out in the first reading. Okay. 3 more cards from the playing cards deck. Right, one of those three. 5 of clubs, movement and action. 5 of hearts, change of heart, 2 number 5s. Queen of spades, determined and resilient, the beetle. Okay, group 3. So I get the sense that you made a decision about something a while ago, something that you wanted to do, and it hasn't been panning out as you hoped, or it's been taking a lot longer than you thought it would. And I get the feeling that what you decided to do, it was really what you wanted to do. It hasn't been easy though. I think that you have felt as if you've been hitting a lot of obstacles or walking uphill in syrup. It's been really hard work, hard going, this path that you decided to take. And I think that also, you weren't sure how it was going to pan out, but I feel that you felt the fear and did it anyway, and you took this leap and you followed your heart. You followed what you wanted to do, and now you've been getting to the point where you've been thinking, is this ever going to work out? Is this ever going to turn out the way I hope it will? Am I ever going to see any positive results from this? But the answer is yes, it is. Okay. It is going to come in for you. That is the good news. But Spirit's saying it is going to be a bit different to what you think. You've taken this amazing new journey, this new path. You made this big decision that changed your life in some way that was really good for you. But at the time, you couldn't see the path ahead as far as you wanted to, because if you'd have known then what was coming in, it might have changed your course of action, which might have just messed everything up. Sometimes we just aren't meant to see too far ahead. We're not meant to know what's coming around the corner. But Spirit is saying, please don't worry about this, because it is all progressing and proceeding just as it's meant to. There's something about what you decided to do, this decision that you made, whatever this path was that you embarked upon. There's a part of it that hasn't worked out or is coming to an end in some way. There's something that you need to let go of. And Spirit's saying, please don't worry about that. You know what it is that you need to bring to an end, or what you need to let go of, because it has felt like a battle while you've been doing it. So just let that go. It's time to release that. You want to focus on what's working for you, what makes you feel good, okay? Because that is what will bring you the positive feelings and the rewards and abundance that you're hoping to achieve. Spirit is just asking you not to look too far ahead, okay? I think I get the sense that you're kind of wanting to, maybe you've been doing a lot of planning with this change, this decision that you made, and you've been trying to plan what's going to happen. Maybe if it's in connection with work or some project that you've been doing, maybe you've been trying to figure things out, from a business perspective, which is understandable. But Spirit's saying that things aren't going to work out in the way that you think they are. So don't put too much energy into looking too far ahead, okay? Because what's coming in will be different, but it will be so much better for you, group 3, okay? It's interesting, we've got 2 number 28s here, this one and this one. 28, that's a number 1 energy. You've got 2 5s as well. And then we've got 2 7s. So 2 7s, 2 5s and 2 1s. Now all of these numbers, they relate to actually feeling quite free or independent or focusing on yourself. So whatever this is that you made a change with, that you decided to do or you decided to start, it's been about you, and it's been about you doing what you wanted to do, what you've been working hard towards, okay? And Spirit is really happy that you took the took the step, you took the leap, you put your confidence and trust in yourself, and you believed in yourself. And it's going to pay off for you, group 3, but it's just going to take a little bit more time. Spirit's saying there are some wonderful things that are going to come in for you. I'm just trying to get a tune into what that is. Okay, for some of you, I am seeing some financial abundance. It's either financial abundance or some kind of reward or recognition for what it is that you've been working towards. That's the good news, is that you are going to get the good energy coming back to you, with karma, because you've been working hard, you've been putting in the effort, you've been putting in the energy, you've been trying to focus really hard on creating the positive vibes with what you've been doing, and Spirit's saying that is going to come back to you. Okay, so don't worry, group 3, it really is. There's an amazing energy coming in here on this column on the right. You've got success, trust and adventures. On the trust card, we've got the new moon, which is this beautiful new beginning that you've got coming in. And this success card and the adventures, this is like your what you've been doing. It's going to pay off. It absolutely is. And then on this column here, we've got these 2 5s. This is about self-expression and about change, things working out a little bit differently to what you thought. And this Queen of Diamonds here, the Queen of Spades with the beetle, this is you keeping going no matter what. We've got the same energy on the Persevere card there. And Spirit is saying, please don't give up, because the rewards that are coming to you are going to be greater than what you expect. Please open up your mind and don't think too rigidly upon how things are going to go in one particular way, because there are some surprises coming in for you, group 3. I'm going to get some more cards to get some more insight as to how things are going to pan out for you, and some more advice from Spirit. We've got 35 self-care, the plaster. We've got 33, the broken glass, breakthrough. And 29, knotted up. Okay. So I get the sense, maybe you've been beating yourself up or getting worried or feeling guilty or feeling anxious about how all of this has been going, because it hasn't been turning out the way you wanted it to. But Spirit's saying it's turned out exactly as it was meant to. Nothing's gone wrong just because it hasn't gone as quickly or as well as you might have wanted it to. Please don't worry, group 3, because better things are coming in for you, okay? Please let go of any worry. Please make sure that you're getting enough rest. You see the figure in the bed there? And we've got the self-care card. So please make sure that you're not beating yourself up, feeling guilty, punishing yourself, working too hard. Please take some time to yourself, group 3, to enjoy what's actually going on in your life right now. Make sure that you're noticing all the wonderful things around you. Take time to do that, group 3. Be kind to yourself. Look at that on the self-care card. Very strong message there. Take some time out for you, group 3. Don't be afraid. Yeah, that's just what I was saying about not being afraid, feeling a bit anxious or worrying about what's coming in, what's been happening. Don't give up. It's gonna work out. There you go, group 3. A very positive message from Spirit. Just because you've been hitting obstacles or hit a brick wall or 2, or things have been taking forever, please don't worry, group 3. Give your cares and worries back to Spirit, because Spirit has got your back. Everything is in hand. Things are working out better than you can imagine, okay? Maybe you can't see that yet, but they absolutely are. Spirit's just coming in saying that you're going to get intuitive nudges towards your next steps to make sure that you make the best of this opportunity that is coming in for you. Okay, so the good news in this reading is that things are going to work out better than you expect. You're getting lots of help from Spirit. You're going to be guided along the journey, the path that is best for you to take. And to let go. You can let go of your worry, group 3. You don't need to worry. Things are going to work out. Just when you hit these little speed bumps or these the rocks in the road, you hit the obstacles, just look at it and say, okay, we'll just slow down for a moment, go around this obstacle, or just take a little bit of a detour. It's no problem. It's meant to happen because maybe there's something going on in the present that needs your attention more. So please don't worry. Everything is going to work out for you. Let me just get some final cards, messages, just for some more positive good news for you, group 3. I do get the sense you've been worrying quite a lot, and Spirit is saying there is absolutely no need to worry, my lovely group 3s. Okay, we have got leap. That's lovely. Trust the niggle. Yeah, and you've got a yes. Look at that. This lovely leap card. I think that's what you did, wasn't it? You took this leap onto this new path, and Spirit is saying it will pay off. Please don't worry. Trust the niggle. That's confirming what I was saying about your intuition guiding you and helping you with the next steps that you need to take. And this, yes, this is that positive energy that's coming in, group 3, that it is all going to work out better than you can imagine. So please don't give up hope. Please don't stop. Please don't stop what you're doing. Please continue on your journey and listen to your intuition. Spirit has got something amazing for you that's coming in. Okay, group 3. I hope that helps you. I hope you feel better after hearing that reading. Please don't forget to look after yourself, and please don't overdo things, okay? Thank you so much for listening. Have a lovely day. Leave me a comment below, and if you haven't subscribed, please consider doing that, as it will really help me to grow. I'll see you again.